How about we build 3 more cedar fence projects using fence pickets? Let's begin. For project number 1, we're going to need 1 fence picket. That is, unless you happen to have some scrap left over from some previous projects, this will work just as well. I first cut down 2 pieces, one to about 7 inches long and one to about 4 inches long. Now these don't have to be exactly that size, but just get them pretty close. Now, in my opinion, the width of these, which is 5.5, is going to be a little bit too wide for this project, so I'm actually going to trim both of these down width-wise to about 4 inches. I now want to attach the smaller side to the larger side in an L shape about like that. So I took a little sandpaper and went over just this edge so it would be nice and flat and smooth and not have all the standard rough edges. And so we're going to add some glue, attach those two together, and I'm probably going to put some brad nails or some screws to the back just to make sure it's held strong. While this is drying, I want to create a little back brace for it and just make a little triangle here. It doesn't have to be the full length of this bottom piece, but I want it to be pretty close, maybe about 3.5 inches that comes out and goes up and just creates a nice little brace. Now let's give this a little test fit. Ooh, almost perfect. Great. Now we're going to take this off, put some glue on the 2 sides here, put it in position, add a couple brad nails, and wait till it dries. After we've given this some time to dry, we want to flip this over so we can see the bottom edge here. Then take some sandpaper and you just want to gently go over this. What we're trying to do is remove any of the loose fibers and rough surfaces here so it'd be a little bit smoother so we can stick something to it. Once that surface is prepared, we want to grab some Velcro. Now this is the hook side, the little teeth that grab on to all the loops there. And I found out they actually come in a variety of sizes. This is kind of the finer side, and it does work for our project, but I'd suggest if you're going to do this, get ones with a little bit bigger loops. So what we're going to do is peel off this sticky backside, and we're going to attach it to the bottom of our L there. Now if by chance you don't have this sticky stuff, you could always attach these with some staples or some glue to hold it in place. Once you have that in place, if by chance you have these smaller hooks like I have here, I found if I rub my nails across it on both directions, it'll allow those hooks to stand up a little bit more and make it a little bit easier to use for our project. But otherwise, it's ready to use. Now there is one other thing you can do to make this look a little bit nicer. If you look at this one right here, on the top here and on the bottom down here, I cut out like little dog ears. It just makes these look a little bit of a softer corner, and you're less likely to hurt yourself if you were to hit those really hard, but that is totally up to you. In any case, let me go show you what these are for. Here's the trunk of my car, and I have a basket in here that tends to slide around whenever I'm going around sharp corners. So let me show you how to secure it with these 2 pieces. We want to put one of these on each side that is loose, not facing one of the walls of your car, and once it's in place, it's locked in there, and that Velcro is nice and strong and should hold it going around just about any corner. For project number 2, we're going to need 1 picket, that is unless you have some scrap, and I would suggest grabbing that because this project does not require much. And I cut this scrap down into a 4x4 square. Now the next step can be a little bit tricky, so make sure you pay attention. Now I'm using a sliding miter saw for this next step. If you don't happen to have a sliding miter saw, you can use a table saw. If you don't have either of those, it might be a little difficult to do this, so please be careful. On the side of most miter saws, there's usually a depth adjustment. It limits you to how deep you can actually cut with your miter saw. What we want to do is lower the saw down so that it is just above the table and lock our little depth gauge in so it can't cut all the way through. Once you have your blade lowered so that it's just barely above the deck here, we want to take our block 4x4 and we want to put it behind the blade and just do a little test fit. We want the blade to cut just beyond half of our block, but definitely not all the way through. Then on our little block of wood here, we want to make a little mark at every 1/2 inch. For example, 1/2, 1, 1.5, 2, and so on, so that we know exactly where to cut. And we're almost ready to start our cuts, but one more thing. If we were to position our wood all the way against the fence and start making our cuts, it won't cut all the way through on the back here since we lifted it up. So grab another piece of scrap that's nice and squared off. We want to position it up against the fence. We're then going to carefully hold both pieces down and start cutting out each of those slots. Once we have all those slots in place, we want to flip the piece of wood over and then turn it 90 degrees. And I've already marked all these, but again, at 1/2 inch, we're gonna make slots once again. After making all those cuts, I'd highly suggest taking some sandpaper and going over all the rough edges so nobody gets cut or gets splinters. And this project is complete. This right here is a cool looking coaster, whether it's for your drinks or maybe a hot plate to protect your table. In any case, they're really easy to make and your friends will admire them. Hope you get a chance to make one. For project number 3, we're gonna need 1 Picket. But if you happen to have some scrap that has the same texture and color, you could probably use that. Otherwise, I'll just stick with the 1 board so everything matches. You'll need to cut 1 board down at 18 inches and 2 boards at 5.5. Looking at the 18-inch board, we want to cut angles on the ends. Now these angles will be parallel with each other. They'll also be at 30 degrees each. We want them to intersect right at the opposite corners. And the result should look something like this. Now we want to grab one of the 5.5-inch boards and we want to cut it directly in half at a 45-degree angle. At this point, it's a good idea to take some sandpaper and to go over all 3 pieces really well. You want to get rid of any rough edges or splinters. Plus, the more you go over it, the more grain will start to show and it'll look really nice. At this point, we want to grab the 5.5-inch piece and we want to line it up across our 18-inch piece, making sure that this bottom corner here is going to line up with the angle that we have here. So corner to corner there. And we want to make sure that it is level going across. The easiest way for me to do that is to grab a speed square, lay it across it, and that'll allow me to line it up really quick and easily. Then you can always take a pencil and make a mark so you know exactly where that is. Once you're confident in that location, we want to take this off, add some glue in here, relocate it in the exact spot it was, and then add some nails or screws from the back. Now let's look at the side where we matched up those corners here. We want to take that 45-degree piece that we cut earlier and we want to line it up right there along that edge. Once we know everything is going to fit, we're going to add some glue on these 2 sides and some nails or screws from the back side. And there is the final result. Any guesses? If you said a shelf, you are correct. It's kind of an abstract looking piece that looked good up on your wall, but I think it'd look even better if you had a second one, maybe at a slight angle, maybe even a third one, and put these all together with some plants or some other type of ornament on it, it would look really cool. And I hope you get a chance to make one. Now, if you enjoyed these projects, I have a playlist of other cedar projects. I'll put a link to that in the description. Make sure you check it out. Otherwise, get out in your shop and have fun building.